Hey everybody, Logan here, and this isn't a controller video, it isn't a news video, it isn't a gameplay video, it's a industry drama video. This came out a few days ago and I just happened to see it. I'm a little late to this party, but only a couple days. I haven't seen anybody else really post about it or present it, but I saw this on Xbox Era. So with Xbox Era, yeah, it's going to be, I guess you could say, an article that is skewed more towards the Xbox perspective. Yeah, we'll go with that. So the article reads, Phil Spencer on Sony. They protect their dominance by making Xbox smaller. Okay. He ain't wrong. So let's read a little bit of the article. It's not too long, as you can see. It's kind of short, but I find it kind of funny. You'll see. Okay. 1. The PR blitz is in full force as Microsoft aims to complete their proposed Activision Blizzard acquisition. Xbox lead Phil Spencer was recently on the Second Request podcast earlier this week and discussed all things Activision Blizzard and had a few choice words for Sony. Now, also seen a few things, but nothing substantial. Before this article came out, I think the day before, I saw something that apparently said it wasn't going through. Like, done, it was killed, it was squashed. But then I read this, and I saw a couple of articles that also said it wasn't. So that's why I didn't bring that news, because I didn't see anything that was concrete. I just kept seeing all kinds of articles that were contradicting each other. So until I see something firm where multiple sources have said, no, it's done. Yeah. So let's continue. When asked about the importance of Call of Duty in the regulatory discussion, Spencer said, quote, there's really only been one major opposer to the deal, and that's Sony. Sony is trying to protect their dominance on console. The way they grow is by making Xbox smaller. They have a very different view of the industry than we do. They don't ship their games day and date on PC. They don't put their games in the subscription when they launch their games. Unquote. Now, that is very true. They both approach the console market very, very differently. Very differently. Microsoft is going the way of all digital, while Sony is doing a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. It's getting much harder to buy Xbox games physically, and I've had that experience. I even posted on Twitter and Instagram my pickups of last week or a week before, whenever Need for Speed came out. Need for Speed I was trying to get on Xbox because that's where I usually play most of my racing games. Couldn't get it anywhere. Not a one could not find that copy anywhere. A week later, I started seeing it pop up on shelves, physically on Xbox. I was able to get it for PlayStation day one, PS5, right in my hands. Callisto Protocol was a little shaky. PlayStation seemed to be getting more copies than Xbox, but rumor spread that it was mainly because Sony helped with production of that game. Don't know the truth behind that one, so take that as you will. I don't know if Sony was the reason why Xbox didn't get as many physical copies out. I doubt it. I know Sony, but I think they said about 100 Sony employees to help with production. So, hey, is what it is. But that was kind of upsetting. I was like, okay, fine, whatever is what it is. The only game that I saw day and date was Marvel Midnight Suns. That was on Xbox and PlayStation. I picked it up on PlayStation just because I've been picking up all my Marvel games on PlayStation. That was the only deal. Let's continue. Spencer adds more thoughts, including promising Call of Duty on PlayStation, why it doesn't make sense to remove Call of Duty from other platforms, and his confusion on why regulators are worrying so much about how this will impact Sony. They're being paid. That's just a common sense thought. But hey, it ain't so common these days. These comments by Spencer are very honest from his perspective and coincides with a Microsoft that is pulling all the stops to get this deal done. We will have to wait and see how regulators respond if they buy Microsoft's point. So, with Billy saying these things, what's your opinion on this? Mine. Well, you can see mine. I think Sony is that guy. Sony is that guy that doesn't mind pulling their punch, that doesn't pull their punches. Sorry. And if they can make their competition look small, they do it. Look how long they held out with Fortnite. And I mean, Sony doesn't play well with others. We've always seen that. They're not a company that likes to work with other companies, other console manufacturers and whatnot. If they do, it's very reluctant, and they're just not one of those companies. They think their poo don't stink. We'll just say it that way. And yeah, they've been the lowest in the console manufacturer market, and they've also been the top dog. So to hurt other people at your own success is a bad thing. There's plenty of space for 3 console manufacturers in the market, and we've seen this for decades. Or at least, more than 20 years or so, we've had the Microsoft, PlayStation, Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo go around with all 3 console manufacturers being in the market at the same time and all doing their own thing. That's completely fine. Yeah, PlayStation and Xbox are more or less the same these days, and Nintendo's the only one that's, off in right field, but hey, that's completely fine. There's always space. So I think it's a little underhanded, a little childish, and Phil's just putting it out there. He's one of the few people I actually still respect at Microsoft. Again, coming from someone who worked there, I've seen a lot of things. Yeah. But, it's, at the end of the day, it's business. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to take pot shots. They're going to fight each other. They're going to do all this nonsense while Nintendo's over here copyright striking history videos. Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. There's today's early morning news. It's actually not that early now, is it? That's right. I'm sorry this video didn't go up earlier. I actually didn't record anything this weekend. I took some time off over the weekend to spend with some friends and do some things and whatnot. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. Really help. Hit that subscribe button, notifications, turn them on. Super thanks would be so greatly appreciated. And while you're down there, buy a shirt or something. That helps too. That helps more than you know. Thank you guys so much. Again, subscribe. Like we always say. Be legendary. Thanks again.